Ocelot Records 10-year reunion to benefit the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. June 13th, Faces Brewing Company, Malden, Massachusetts. Come reunite with friends of old and new with a star-studded lineup with Oh the Humanity, Dead Cats, Dead Rats, A Minor Revolution, The Hideout, and The Digs. This is an all-ages show. Get your tickets for Ocelot Records 10-year reunion to benefit the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute at facesbrewing.com.
You're listening to the Struggling Artist Podcast.
People need to be entertained. They need the distraction.
With your host, Trev Allen.
I wish to God that somebody would do something to block out the voices in my head for 5 minutes.
Hello, everybody. This is the final episode in the Ocelot Records 10-year reunion. Promotion, I guess. Finally, we sit down and talk with Steve and The Digs. This was awesome. This was a band that I discovered many, many years ago with the record club. And before I had it, it was back when it was Get Punk. So it was cool. This was a great episode. The event on June 13th is for a good cause, as you just heard. And I hope to see you all there. This is episode 435 of the Struggling Artist Podcast, Struggling with the Digs. To the show, Jeff and Andrew, first time on. I appreciate you guys coming on. Steve, is this second, third?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe this is the second. It might be the third. I think it's the second.
Second. Yeah. I don't remember. I know. Taken by Vultures was on. Then I don't know.
I'd have to dig into the Vultures archives to figure out that. But
right
we'll call it the 17th time.
Okay. Yeah. 17th time.
Welcome back, Trev. I mean, shit.
Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. So, I mean, Steve, we've been doing this for like a month now, for all these episodes with about the show on June 13th, and everyone's very excited. Everybody that I've talked to is very excited to get back together to do this for you. You have some juice, my friend. You got some juice over people.
It's great. It's I think we talked about this when I was on with the Vultures, and when Ocelot kind of folded or semi-folded, I had kind of like just in a weird place, and I just didn't have the time to do it anymore. I didn't really want to do it anymore. It was a big DIY kind of record label where I would just pick and choose what people needed, and I would help them with all of it, and it became a lot. And I decided very quickly that I hate marketing. A lot. I hate it now. I hate having to go on Instagram and repost things, but it's all for a good cause. So yeah. So I mean, I don't know what it was. I think Jameson and Jeff Brisquet kept saying, "Hey, the Digs got to play. The Digs got to play." And I kept saying, "Well, Andrew's in Nashville and Jeff's in New York, and I have another band now. It's just not really going to happen." But they were like, let's just do something, get something together. And, you could do like pseudo digs, like, Taken by Vultures digs and bring Jeff up or something. And then I was like, well, if we're going to do it, like AMR has to do it. And AMR was like, well, if we're going to do it, Dead Cats, Dead Rats has to do it. And I was like, well, if we're going the full punk range, like, then the Hideout need to do it and Oh the Humanity need to do it. And if it all aligns, like if Oh the Humanity couldn't do it, I think we still would have done it as a four band bill. But I'm psyched that they were able to jump on board. It's just the right crowd.
Hell yeah.
So it's exciting. It's unexpected. Came together in about 6 months, and I'm excited for it. It's for a good cause, and it'll be a whole lot of fun to see everybody. And to get these guys to come back to Massachusetts for once, that'd be nice.
I love that the last band you're considering on that bill is the only band that's actually still active.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they play a lot, and it's great. Like I'm so happy for those guys and where they've landed, and the music they've been putting out's really good. And the three of us when we were doing the digs, like we came up with AMR and DCDR to start, and the Hideout jumped on board. I think Other Humanity kind of came in towards the end of when we were even being a band anymore. Yeah, it's just exciting to get everyone together and to play with those guys again.
Right on. Now, Jeff, Andrew, I don't know if you guys know this, but once upon a time, I received a record from a record subscription service that I was part of, and it was the record was called Manic, and I absolutely loved it. And years go by, and I'm doing this like podcast thing, and Jeff Bousquet, I don't remember which one he brought something else, like another record from you guys to the table, and I was like, wait, I know who this band, because I was like, this sounds so familiar. And then I went and I dug out through my bin of records. I'm like, aha, so yes, this is cool. It's exciting. I'm a fan. I actually really, really enjoyed Manic, and I still listen to it, and so it's this for me, this is going to be a cool little show on the 13th, because like some of the bands I didn't really know before, and then some that I knew, and I knew they weren't around anymore, and like it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a fun time. So where are you guys now, Jeff? Where are you?
I'm in New York City. I've been sort of bouncing back and forth between Boston and New York since the band stopped playing. But I'm back in New York now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Andrew?
Nashville.
Whoa, wow. I lived in Lawrence County, Tennessee, which is like 65 miles of back roads to Nashville.
Nice.
South of you.
I haven't made it out that way yet.
Don't.
You'll have to give me some recommendations, places to check out.
Yeah, that was a strange place. I've talked about it. Like we had the Amish. The Amish was like in Etheridge, and then you had like the hippie farm in Somerville, and then you had a bunch of cults all over the place, and it was very, very strange. It was a very strange place. Nashville was fun though. Nashville was fun.
Yeah.
We stuck around, and like I liked Midtown more than like like the honky tonk shit.
Yeah. I'm not a big honky tonk gal, but Roberts is fun downtown, but that's about the extent of my honky tonk adventures.
What brought you to Nashville?
Oh man, just needed a change, Just wanted to get the fuck out of Boston, see what the fuck else is out there. Yeah. I've seen it now, and I'm good.
I'm pretty sure when we were first starting as a band and we chose the name The Digs, there was nothing on the internet that said The Digs existed anywhere. We were like, great, we'll choose that one. And then like the second a URL was created, it was like, oh, there's a Digs from Tennessee or something like that. And I'm convinced that Andrew moved down there and he's playing in a band called The Digs down out of Tennessee.
Either that, or
I have no recollection of that.
He may be hunting them for sport. He's been known to do that from time to time.
Huh?
Right on. Now, are you guys in Jeff and Andrew? Do you guys play music still, or outside of like what's going on right now for the Digs? Or
I'm in a Guided by Voices tribute band, having a lot of fun with that.
Nice.
We're writing some original shit as well.
What is Guided by Voices?
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Should I know who that is?
Get the fuck out of here! How do you not know who Guided by Voices is?
I have no idea who they are. I just looked them up. Oh, they're a rock band.
Well, they get a million songs, so you got a lot of work to do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if anyone's gonna learn a million songs, you're the guy to do it. That's for sure.
I'm the guy. Working on it. Getting there. Yeah.
And you, Jeff?
Let's see. So, I mean, I was doing a lot when we were in Boston. I was doing 2, full-time tour or gigging bands at the time. And then when I left Boston, I just totally crashed. I was, totally burnt out on it because, I mean, nothing burns you out faster than the things you love. So when I first moved to New York, I didn't touch the guitar for a year, and then COVID happened. And so during COVID, I wrote like crazy. I probably have about 2 albums worth of material written at this point. And then I popped back up to Boston for a few years, and Steve and I kind of tried to get something going, but it just never quite sank in. I think maybe just because, I'm not 20 anymore and it's hard to really bite the way that we used to, but it never really quite took off. And then so I moved back down here, and I'm still writing. I still have stuff written, but I haven't really found a way to get it out to the adoring public yet. But maybe one day.
I'm convinced it was the Critical Role fame that ruined both of us, because that was right around 2016. We stopped being a band in 2017, and we were just D&Ding constantly.
Yeah.
To separately, I don't think we ever really even played a game together. Maybe we did one.
We did one shot. Yeah.
But it was just like running our own games constantly, and that's the only thing we were focused on. And then the pandemic happened and dug even deeper into that, just over and over again.
Well, I think probably what happened is that the devil claimed our souls, and we turned our back on our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and got too involved in D&D, and went down that rabbit hole, and now we're being punished.
I started playing
nerd shit.
I started playing records backwards and hearing the word of the devil, and that was it.
Hold on. Is that why, Andrew? Is that why you're in Nashville, to repent? Did you go there?
I'm trying to get away from these satanic nerds. Not far enough.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. Steve, I don't think I knew that you rolled the dice, man.
Yeah, I'm sure Jeff has his own story, but I was told, hey, check out the Adventure Zone, and I checked out the Adventure Zone, and I was like, what is this? Holy crap! And then I got so deep into it, and that was a D&D story that I legit cried sometimes. It was very emotional. It was really good, and it just sucked me in. And then so I dove in real fast and real deep into that. I've been a DM for, I don't know, since 2016. I have multiple campaigns running right now, 2 at a time, which is very annoying but fun. But one of them is a continuation of a previous campaign that ended. I have a whole world being built out of it. It's pretty intense.
I played D&D once in it was 2022. And I'm like, oh, that was fun. I write, and I'm like, this is storytelling. Why the fuck did I never play this till now? Mm-hmm. Right. I've only played it once. And then last year I decided I was like, I built a campaign, and I didn't do anything with it. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. And then I thought of an idea, and how come there isn't a tabletop RPG for Stephen King? He's got an entire macroverse of property, and I made one. So I made a game last year. I spent about 5 months building this the bones to this game that I can never sell because I don't own any of his properties, but it was fun. And I had I had 2 groups that play tested it for me, and it was a lot of fun. I haven't done anything with it since then, but
you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, you're raising your hand the entire time he's talking.
I just need I'm in.
Talk about this before?
Right on. Yeah, it was an interesting thing. And from like I said, I write, and just being creative, doing creative shit, it's always fun. And I can see how sometimes certain if you get too wrapped up into something, it's something else needs to take the back seat. You know what I mean? For a while,
for sure. Yeah.
And then you said something what did you say? You said sometimes doing what you love too much, you know what I mean? And I've definitely been in that predicament where I'm like, all right, I need to step away from something, especially we're older, right? We all have jobs. We all do, life. I don't know if you guys have kids. I don't have kids or anything. Thank God. But because I would, I'd be the worst father ever because I'm so wrapped up in everything else I do. But it's weird. I think I need more time in the day. I need an extra day a week. It's crazy. So, yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Steve, that you were involved in that. That sounds like you got a lot going on with that too, then, huh?
Yeah, we could never get Andrew into it for some reason.
For the record, they tried. I never did that nerd shit. Not once. Not once. Yeah.
That's wild though, because not only, is there a D&D connection for the three important people on this call, but also Steve is a huge Steve King fan.
Dude, 98% of my tattoos is the Dark Tower.
Really? I had no idea. I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
That was when I knew I had Steve in the band for sure, was when I came with the lyrics for Gunslinger. Because then he's like, oh, it's about this. And I was like, well, not really, but okay.
It is now, motherfucker.
All right, so tell me about the genesis of the Digs. When did this band, when did you guys get together? Why?
So this is fun. I'm going to take this one. You guys jump in if you hear anything. But so Trev, I've been listening to the podcast because we're the youngest of this cohort by a minute. Like, our band really kind of came up with Ocelot, but by the time that we started playing with DCDR, those guys had probably been in it for a decade. So I wanted to listen to the podcast to hear their stories, because I realized I didn't know how any of those bands started. And the thing I've come away with is we are by far the messiest in terms of our origin. Because I don't know actually how much Steve and Andrew know about this, but a lot of the reason why the Digs came about was before we started, I was in college, and I had a band called the Radium Girls. Because I had pretty much from the time I was 14, I've always been in bands. All my best friends play music, and I play music with them, and that's really that's how I define a lot of my social boundaries and all that kind of stuff. And so I had this college band with two of my best friends. We moved to Boston, and my bassist and drummer slowly began to hate each other. And there was a lot of beef in the band, and then suddenly it imploded.
As is tradition.
And it specifically imploded because the drummer at the time found another person to play with, and he kind of had beef with the bass player. And one day he just said, it's easier for me to do this other thing because this guy has a car and I don't hate him. So I'm going to go do that. And I took that personally. And this band that he was starting, this is back in, the mid-teens when the Black Keys were really cool, and like Japan Droids and stuff like that. So it was just drums and just drums and guitar. And so I said, well, F that. I'm going to make a punk band that just does guitar and drums, and it's going to be better. And I wrote the first half of Manic out of spite. So basically, the first 5-6 songs on Manic were written as an FU to, the end of this band. And then I went to go see the Thermals at Sinclair. And that's when a mutual friend introduced me to Andrew. And then through Andrew, we went to the punk rock barbecue and met Steve over at O'Brien's. And, at that point, we had a good cohort of friends, and everyone was like, well, Steve can drum for you. And I was like, okay. And so I got excited and showed up to a practice space for a first practice, and was surprised to find that Andrew was there with a bass. And I said, yeah, okay, sure. We can have a bass player. I didn't plan on it, but sure. And that's really how it got started, was just a lot of messiness and a lot of spite. And then it kind of grew from there.
I don't recall that story. I don't think I know
what
that.
he's talking about. I don't know any of this.
I am a firm believer where spite can get you pretty far in life. A lot of the things everything I've ever done is because I was proving somebody else wrong, or I was just angry about something, you know what I mean? And it's healthy sometimes, and it could be in a healthy way. I'm not going to say I've always done it in a healthy way, but that's good to hear, because I feel like I'm alone when I say that I did something out of spite and it went far. That's awesome. That's awesome. So all right, so that's how the Digs came to be. That was
at least from my perspective. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, I just remember being introduced to you through that mutual friend and Andrew, who I think I may have met on the same day or very recent before that. And you were like, "You want to drum?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll drum." I think it was the Digs are my second band, and my first band was this band called Blue Collar Convicts, who they had been around for a long time. They were like I don't know, not Western Mass, more like kind of close to New Hampshire on our side of the state. But they had albums and they had written a lot of stuff. They just had me come in and kind of fill in, and it was one of those things where it was my first band, which was great because I got to learn a lot. But it was also I was just playing what they had played, and if I went off of that, they were just like, no, do what's on the album, and I was like, fine. So I did that for a while. So that imploded, and then I met these guys, and I think we went for that first practice, and it kind of just clicked really fast.
Right on. Well, that's cool. And again, it's I love hearing how like people get together and do these things. That's why I always ask this, because like it's like when I ask about writing a song, because I don't know how to write a song at all. I write a billion different things. I can't write a song, but there's never one like one uniform answer. Everyone always has a different one. So I don't think it's that messy. I don't think it's that messy of a story. I think so. But let me ask you this: so if you're not playing like currently, if you're not out there like doing the thing, but you're still writing and stuff like that, like do you like is it the writing process that does it for you, or like are you missing the next part of that, right? Like the camaraderie of a band and playing out live and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely recently have really come into the appreciation that I am missing it quite a bit. I vibed a lot with what Ryan was saying last week on the podcast about, you find creative outlets other places. Like, I was pleased to learn that he's a welder now. I've got my own stuff going on. Like I like machining a lot, way too much D&D and, all sorts of other stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's a catharsis in writing for sure. But I'm kind of personally, I'm getting to a point where it's, I've got, multiple albums worth of material that, two or three people have ever heard. And at some point it starts weighing on you that it's ready to go and no one's hearing it and you're not doing anything with it. It's kind of like having like a nice car in a garage, like what the hell is the point of having a beautiful car if you don't kick it out of the garage,
Yeah. Right on. Yeah, I totally understand that, because I spent years not doing anything with my writing, and now like I'm slowly at 45. I'm slowly like, all right, maybe this needs to come out. You know what I mean? And like, it's something I never really thought, because like I'm like I always was like I write for me. I write for me. I write to get out all the crazy, and like that's it. And like, but like now that I'm like beginning to kind of like over the last couple of years, like sharing a little bit here and there, I'm realizing like, oh, this is part of it, right? Like this is part of that, so yeah, I get what you're saying there. Well, I hope you find a band. I hope you'll be able to do this. I hope, cause like I haven't heard any of the stuff you've written outside of the Digs, but I love the Digs. So I think you have a knack for whatever it is that you're doing, So, yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. So Steve, like, I know. So I know the story. Jeff and Jameson were bugging you about doing this thing, right? And like you just like did it just wear on you? You're like, all right, fine, we're doing it. Like kind of break it down a little bit. Go a little deeper if you can.
No, I mean, well, the Digs were the first band where I had any creative input. Jeff came to the table with a lot of songs kind of there, and then Andrew and I did a lot of work to kind of help him kind of put some of those pieces together. And some songs were just flat out ready to rock and roll, and we didn't change anything. And some things we kind of worked on, and it was fun. So like the Digs have a super special place in my heart, and these two guys are my brothers. So like it sucks that they live far away, and it sucks that I can't travel much because I have a hard full-time job and a kid and wife and all that stuff. So like I don't know, just being able to get back together with the band is great. Jeff and I I think I pulled Jeff in a couple of years ago, and Taken by Vultures did like a double. I don't know if it was a double show. It was whatever it was. We did a show, and it was Taken by Vultures as the Digs, and Jeff came and frontmanned the whole thing. No guitar, nothing, just sang. He sang all the songs, and Vultures learned them all and played them all, and that was a lot of fun. And when we're talking about this thing, my biggest piece of this was like, if Andrew can't do it, we could ask Frank to do it, but I would rather Andrew be there. Like if the Digs are going to do a show, I want it to be the Digs, right? So if Andrew was like a hard no and we needed like the band, I probably would have been like, sorry, Andrew, fuck off. I'm gonna get Frank in here and we'll do the thing. But I'm much happier this way. So for the Digs, it was just exciting as an opportunity. So yeah, Jameson and Jeff kept asking about that and whatnot, and it kind of I kept thinking about it, and I was hemming and hawing on it for probably about 2 years now. And for me, I'm sorry, Andrew, because this is going to hit home. But my dad passed away a year and 3 months or so ago, and ever since that happened, he died of a very rare form of cancer. And Dana Farber was like, they were awesome, right? And anything I've done, whether it's a Spartan race or just general donations when I have a couple extra bucks, it's all been going to them. So I was like, you know what? Now's the time. I need something else to do. I want to get the band back together. I want to get all these guys in a room and have all the other bands together. We'll have a nice time and put the money towards something good, right? And I've had a couple. So I ran a couple Spartan races, and the last one I dedicated to it, and I raised like $4 or $5 grand. And right before the race, I hurt myself, and I was unable to race, which really sucked. And I still can't really race. To make up for that, or B, to like have another one where I get more people to donate the money. But I can play drums, and I can put on shows. So I was like, this is kind of like the opportunity to still do something this year and still get some money, donated to that cause. That's kind of what really kicked me in the ass for it. But also, Jeff and Jameson would ask me every 3 to 6 months if you want to do a show, and eventually I was just like, fine, fine, we'll do it.
Yeah. That's it's when you and I first started talking about this, and we met, and you were telling me everything, and like, it's an awesome thing to want to be able to help, a foundation that helped a family member, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I think of it like this too. Even if that hadn't happened, I was never a big donator unless like a personal thing came through, like a friend needed something or whatever. But like, spending time there and just thinking about all the stuff that went through. I was in the hospital for months on end for a while there with him, and the amount of people who are dealing with that, and their family who are dealing with that. Every one of us, everyone we know in the scene has somebody in their family who has dealt with cancer. Right. So like, it might not help them directly, but they're going to come out and have a good show, and the money that they put towards it is going to go to help somebody else eventually. Right.
Coming back to play the show, is this like, how are you feeling about that? Is your band that you're in now, are they cool with that? You know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty serious band that you're in, you said, right?
Yeah, no, they don't give a shit. They don't give a rat's ass. No, I mean, we're doing fun shit, man. We're playing Heat Fest this year up in Dayton, and Uncle Bob came and saw us play at the basement a couple months ago. This sounds like I'm just putting words together that don't make any sense.
Well, I even see on Jeff's face right now, neither of us know who Uncle Bob is.
Yeah, well, you guys play Dungeons and Dragons, you fucking dorks. Listen, this is a very cool thing. Guided by Voices, this band. You don't know anything about it. That's okay. You should look into it after this.
Who's Uncle Bob?
The singer, Robert Pollard, the singer of the band.
The singer of Guided by Voices came to see the Guided by Voices cover band.
We played on
the stage and play with you guys.
All right. I'm going to level set for everybody. Guided by Voices is an American indie rock band formed in 1983 in Dayton, Ohio.
Thank you.
Okay, yes. I know who Guided by Voices
Wikipedia.
Is. I didn't
but
know.
Anyway, we don't play that often, so yeah, it's like a fun thing. But me and the bass player singer, we're starting to work on some originals.
There you go.
So yeah, hoping to get some shit recorded soon. Start playing out. here.
Man, your name's not in the member list. I don't know if
I
this is
can't hear
real.
you. You're breaking up. Huh?
Wait, of Guided by Voices, because I can't stress enough that he's not playing in Guided by Voices. It's a cover band of Guided by Voices, correct?
I'm in Guided by Voices. Did you not
Wait,
know
what?
that?
I
Huh?
thought you said it was a cover
You never
band.
told us this.
No, god damn it! I wish I was in Guided by Voices. Jesus, it's a tribute.
This
It's a
is like
cover band, guys.
this is
It's a
like every time we have ever been in a room together, everything goes off the rails so fast.
This is the most I've ever said the
What's the
phrase.
name of
Guided
your
by
cover
Voices.
band?
Hold on a sec. Hold on.
Are you looking up the name of your own cover band?
Did you guys hear that?
Guided by Choices?
Hold on.
I hear mouse clicks.
It's called I had a fart thing up here. You couldn't hear it. It's called Dumb Charger. Dumb Charger is the name of the band. We got a
Dumb
thing on
Charge?
the internet there. You can find it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Andrew, for you, is there a difference in like writing original songs and playing in a tribute band? You know what I mean? Like, is there two different
man.
things?
I mean, I'm learning all the lead parts, like the lead guitar parts. So it's always great to get inside someone else's head as a writer. I try to write parts that like fit to a song. I think Doug does a great job of that in that band. So it's been really cool learning his parts. And I think that kind of transfers over when you're writing your own stuff. You always kind of keep that in mind, picking up little tricks here and there. So, yeah.
I think so. Like I know plenty of people that are in tribute bands or cover bands, and like it pays the bills, right? Like that's like at the end of the day, I know people who, like I know someone out this way who like they do the cover thing, but they'll like sprinkle in like one of their songs here and there, and like people will start learning their songs, right? And that's a really cool way to do that. But like no one, like I don't know, no one ever like really talks about like playing cover songs pays the bills. Like you make a living doing that. You know what I'm saying? And like I grew up in a tourist town, so like on the beach in Rhode Island, and like you to get original music there is like pulling teeth. Like no one wants to hear that there. They want to hear the hits. They're on vacation. They want, you know what I mean? And for me, like I always looked at it like why? Like but like there's a place for it, I think. And I think doing it well, it definitely translates, like, cause you're if you can put your own spin on something too, right? And like kind of not make it your own, but like, make you known for like in that realm, right?
Yeah, we go for a lot of deeper cut stuff. We try to make it our own a little bit, but yeah, I mean, just around here, there's a lot of. I mean, like you've been down to Broadway, right, in Nashville? Yeah, it's all cover bands. I mean, those guys make pretty decent money. It's a grind, they playing really long sets. I know a couple guys that do that and have done it. They don't do it anymore. Some of them just because you get burnt out doing it, but you can make pretty good money doing that. It beats working in a fucking office. So
I was thinking, it makes me think of our mutual friend Chris McKenney. Like I'm pretty sure that he's friends with AMR guys as well. I think he grew up with those guys, but like he's in a wedding band and they know hundreds of songs on demand, and like that's all he does now. He just does weddings and makes his living doing that, as far as I know. But you go to any cover show in like anywhere, even around Boston, if it's just like a straight cover show and it's top 40 or something, that house is packed, guaranteed. And they're paying good money for those bands to do that if they're a good band.
Yeah.
You got to work your ass off to get originals that people want to see.
I remember there was a place in Nashville. I don't think it's there anymore. It was called Paradise Park.
Yeah, I don't think that's around anymore.
It was like a trailer park themed bar, and they had their band stage was like the shell of an El Camino.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
That was it. Like when we went out there too, like that, that's like, if you're a good cover, if you can do covers really well, you'll go pretty far. And you're still doing the thing you love, you know, and you can still do the other part, the creative part. You can still do that and kind of work off of each other. I don't know. I feel like and sometimes I think I'm guilty of doing this too. Like giving like, you know, people who are in cover bands or tribute bands, sometimes they catch a lot of shit for it, and it's like I don't think it's it's that bad of a thing either, you know what I mean? Like I knew, like I said, back home I knew a guy who, you know, he was in this probably the most popular cover band in that area. Like people would follow them around wherever they went in like a 30-mile radius, and they broke up and he went on to do, like, he wanted to do his own thing, and like it didn't work because, well, it didn't, that aspect of like the live performance end didn't work for, like, because no one it's like no one gave a shit about him anymore, you know what I mean? I felt for the guy, man. Like I tried to get him on this podcast years ago to be like, to talk about like that, because I'm like, I think that's an important thing, you know what I mean, to kind of talk about, like being in that world, and then, you know, and the goods and the bads of it, I guess, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with all my favorite bands were, you know, either they'd already broken up or the lead singers had died or what have you, you know, coming up. And so, I mean, and living in rural Vermont, I mean, that was my exposure to the music that I liked, was going and seeing cover bands, you know, at like actual paying gig kind of things. And my experience seeing sort of small and regional bands was usually opening up for them. And so I mean, I have the utmost respect for people who do it. I will say this: it's hard to be a shitty cover band. Like, you know, you get a lot of slack as a shitty original band. You know, you can be charming, and you can be endearing. And I have a lot of bands that I love and will defend and go to bat for that objectively are not good bands. I just love them. But you know, if you have a recorded music that you are trying to emulate, you best be doing decent. Otherwise, I think you're going to alienate your crowd pretty quick.
yeah, I never thought about that. You're right. You're absolutely right. Right on. All right. So I guess what has been like this process to get for this show, for you guys to get ready for this show? Like, because you guys are so spread out, right? Is it like online kind of like practice, or because it's one thing where if you're demoing new songs, you can send them to people and they can kind of work off of that. But like, this is like, you guys are playing, you know, your songs that are already out there. So is there any kind of like way to I don't know, get like practice that?
No.
What have you guys been doing?
Listening to the AMR guys, they're like, yeah, we thought we could get ready in 5, but we decided we need to do 15, 20 practices to get there. We have done 0.
Yeah.
Andrew doesn't
practice the day of the show, man. Right
Andrew, I
before.
don't think you've played a bass in what,
Huh?
like a decade? Have you played bass in 10 years?
I do still play the bass. I enjoy playing the bass guitar, and I will still play it.
Interesting.
But I will say it was interesting trying to relearn all these songs, because there's a lot of little like fills and shit that I was playing before that I fucking forgot about, and just had to relearn them all, and like kind of building up that dexterity in the picking hand to be able to play the whole, which I still haven't done yet. The next 2 weeks is just going to be me doing this, like all of my free time is just playing this set back to back,
Yeah.
white knuckling it to get ready for this. Yeah. So that's how we're practicing.
And I've got a crutch, which is that Steve's brother Matt is going to play with us, and he's good at guitar. You know, so the last time we played dig songs, I just didn't even play, and that was awesome. I just sang them. And so, I mean, I think that's sort of, for me, that's the ripcord, pull the chute in case of emergency, is I just won't play the guitar. But I don't know. I've been playing a little bit on acoustic here and there, and they mostly are coming back, which I was pretty surprised about. I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
Dude, all you need to be able to do is like our Digs tradition. If you can start the song then you just get the song started, and then you don't have to play anymore. Matt can take over from there. Getting him to be able to know what's on point. He's doing real well. I've been playing. I mean, I have a small handful of Dig songs that are part of my everyday going to the Vultures practice warm up. So certain songs I just play all the time anyway. All the ones that are on the set list are not any of those songs. Yeah. I've been going down once a week, or at least before Vultures practice, and busting out the set list once or twice. And then my brother and I went down last week, and we're playing to the music or whatever. We turn it down real low, so it's just kind of there to do a thing. And in some cases, it's great. In other cases, like some of it wasn't really recorded on time very well. So, there's a little bit of wonkiness, but yeah, like Andrew said, we're gonna get in the room that day, like the day of the show, and practice and load out and go. I'm not worried about it. I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be awesome for you guys. Andrew, are you driving back or are you flying back?
Fuck no, I'm flying.
You are?
Yeah,
You're
man.
smart. I always drove. I always drove.
How long a drive is that?
It's from Nashville. I think it's probably about 12 hours, maybe a little more. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I left in like the right before. Well, I left in 2019 before like COVID started really like getting talked about. So, and I went to Pittsburgh from there. But yeah, I used to make the trip. I used to be able to do it. I did it the first 2 times. I did it in one shot, like without like just stopping for gas. And I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And then we had a Christmas party at the, so I went down there to open a bar and restaurant for a friend. And it was in a town that was like dry county until like 2 years before we got there. So at our Christmas, it was our first Christmas party. And someone brought a big old thing of moonshine and we drank that. And I didn't leave. I left way too late the next day because I was still woke up drunk and stuff. And I made it to White City. So, I mean, I was still in Tennessee when I stopped the first time. I just could not I remember there's a really bad, like when you get to Knoxville, that's when the time changes. And like all of a sudden you're an hour ahead of things and you're stuck in traffic. And I'm like, oh my God, it's this late. I'm pulling over. So yeah. After that, I always pulled over. I usually stopped in like somewhere in Virginia though. I didn't like stop in Tennessee. that was a piss poor performance for my driving that day. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I always like the drive. I usually cut through like the Pocono Mountains to get back to 84 and then drive the rest of the way that way. So but yeah, that was so you're smart, you're flying. That's a smart thing. That's a smart move.
Yeah, man. We drove to Philly, the GBV band, and I drove 13 to the 14 hours back because everyone else was fucking hungover and high and shit. And I made it 13 hours off several coffees and a couple of Red Bulls, and that's my record. I was this close to killing all of us. But
this is blowing my mind because you didn't drive.
I was never a driver.
You didn't have a license when the Digs were a band. You didn't even have a license.
No, I did. I got my license when I was 16, and I never fucking used it. But now I'm an expert fucking driver. So yeah, I can drive. Where do you want to go, man? Steve, where do you want to go? I'll take you.
I think this means the Digs have to go on tour. Go on tour.
I'm driving, man.
Well, the Digs will get back together and go on tour if, and I know he's going to watch this, Nicky Illick puts on another show in his backyard.
Ooh,
he'll do it.
Oh yeah,
that would be amazing. That's where I met Steve. That's where Steve and I first met was at the last one, right? It was the last one.
Yeah, it was the last one.
Yep. And
the last one, there was a small storm. A tree branch fell on my car. It was a good time.
Yeah. The police showed up. The first time the police ever showed up.
That's right. That was the first time the police ever showed up. Yeah, they weren't happy.
That was incredible.
Some new neighbors must have ruined it for everybody.
Yeah. I'll never forget. They were walking up the driveway while Coffin Salesman was playing, and as they approached, Arya, like, I swear Arya looked at him. He says he didn't. He said, I didn't even know they were there. He like looked over there and then face planted into the cymbal, the drum cymbal, like on purpose. And I was like, and then the cops weren't there long after that. They were just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? But I thought that was a strategic move, but I guess it wasn't.
That was rough too, because it was like that was the last set of the night too, wasn't it? And they had to cut their set early. Was that what it was?
I think KCUF did something like an acoustic thing after, but yeah. That was an awesome time. I'm all for that. if Nikki's listening, but
Nikki, bring it back.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta say, I am excited for June 13th. I'm excited even more after talking to every single band. Steve, I want to personally thank you for having the labels for the time you did and bringing these bands together.
This is going the opposite direction, because I should be thanking you for doing all of these interviews and getting on board and helping out with this, because like I said, I hate marketing, and you've done so much work with this, and you've been into it wholeheartedly, which I really appreciate, and I know the bands have too. So
I'm just giving back to the music I love. That's what I always say. So, and like I don't think I feel like I dropped the ball because I never made a video for you. Like I really wanted to make like an ad for the thing, but I got the audio one up, and the audio one I think came out pretty good. So,
well, you're welcome, and thank you very much. It's okay. I recorded videos of me drumming to Dig songs, and then I realized that they were in headphones, so no one else could hear them. So like I would have to plug them into a system and try to line it up. So like Andrew's doing it the right way, where he's getting on Instagram now, and you don't see his face at all. It's just like neck down with the guitar, and his hand moves so goddamn fast. Yeah. I don't know what the hell is happening, but you did some Dig songs. We were at Vulture's practice last night, and Frank's like, Matt, you got to see this, and he's like showing the downstroke speed that you have, and I was like, dude, I don't understand. I'm not a guitarist, and I still don't understand.
Thanks, man. Years of practice.
Oh man, guys, I really am. I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited to see you guys play, and to hang out with everybody. It's cool for a guy like me who just I focus, like I like music from everywhere, but New England based like rock and punk and stuff like really has always been my forte, I guess. And so doing stuff like the podcast, but like being able to help you guys like get the word out about the show, and I hope it's a good turnout. And I'm gonna keep pushing it until the day after, I guess.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Yeah, we're real close. What day is it? It's almost June. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're a couple days away from recording. Right, this will come out the week before.
Yeah, I think the week of, maybe, or the week before.
One or the other.
For those of you listening and watching, it's coming out when you watch it.
Yes. When you're seeing this, it's going to be almost time. Time.
So
it might be. I don't know. I'll figure out the release. I know it. I have it written down.
We'll sort it out. One final plug. It's coming out of the mouth of the guy who set the whole thing up. It's June 13th. It is at Faces Brewery in Malden, Massachusetts. The place is awesome. They have absolutely great food. Their venue is really cool. You get to play in an area where they actually brew the beer. The beer is great. The staff are awesome. Big shout out to Ryan Agate from RTT and Some Studios for helping us get this thing set up. I know how much of a pain in the butt it is, especially when we're trying to navigate 5 bands. The Digs, The Hideout, A Minor Revolution, Dead Cats, Dead Rats, and Oh the Humanity, Struggling Artist Podcast. Thank you very much again. It's going to be a great time, and it's for a great cause, so come out and have fun with us.
See, how do you hate marketing? You're so good at that. That was like...
Because when you do it every goddamn day, it sucks.
I'm cutting this clip. This clip is going to be the clip. But yeah, hey, I thank you guys again. Well, wait, where can people find you guys on? Are you guys still on social media? I got followed by the Digs the other day. So
Yeah, everything's at Digs Boston.
okay, cool.
www.guidedbyvoices.com.
Oh man, guys, I can't wait. Andrew, Jeff, I can't wait to meet you guys on the 13th. So
Yeah, man,
that's
looking forward
awesome.
to meeting you. Thanks for having us on here. Appreciate
of
it.
course,
And thanks for the kind
Thanks,
words
Trev.
about Manic.
Oh yeah, I love it. Like I
You didn't
said,
say anything about Kinetic. What the hell, Trev?
that was the one that Jeff brought to the turntable. I think. Yes,
But,
it is. I'm looking at it now.
Hey, Jeff
Yeah.
Biscuit, I'm gonna give you a nice little preview. You're getting hungover on St. Patrick's Day, despite our best efforts to not do it. So there you go.
It's going to be really hard, too. It's a hard one. Yeah.
Yep, that's one of the ones that has 0 click track and absolutely way off time in the recording. So it's real hard to learn that one again.
Matt's going to have a hell of a problem with that one.
But yeah, he's already bitched. He's doing really good though. Yeah, my brother will be playing with us too, which is great, and he's in Taken by Vultures, so it'll be fun.
He's awesome. I remember he's been on. So, but all right, well, thanks again, guys, and we'll see you on the 13th.
Thanks, man.
See you guys.
All right, and that's the show. I want to thank the Digs again for being today's guest on the Struggling Artist Podcast. In the show notes, you will find links to Faces Brewing Company for the show on June 13th. You'll find links to the Digs social media as well as their Bandcamp. I want to say thank you to Chris Chavez, Jeff Bousquet, Aria Rad, Ryan Cowell, and Dave Anderson. Jesus, I don't know why I blanked there. The Struggling Artist Podcast team. You can look for them on social media. Let's see if I can do this. I don't have my notes in front of me. Chris at 716 The Sound, Jeff at JRB Image, Aria at Coffin_Salesman, Ryan at 13th Floor _Ryan, and Dave at Pinball_Punks. A lot of underscores, but I got it. I think I got it all. I want to thank everybody over at Patreon supporting us over there. If you want to become a patron, head to patreon.com/podcast TSA. The fees are inexpensive. Join the community. See what's going on over there. Patreon.com/podcast TSA. Everybody who listens to the podcast reaches out, says hi, asks how things are going, or, suggests a band, or tells a band to look us up. I appreciate that. I do. Each and every one of you. So I want to say thank you. And keep on keeping on, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's early on a Saturday morning. Actually, I guess it's after 12 now. I guess it's not that early. I haven't slept. All right, leave me alone. All right, it's time to get out of here with a song. We have a song to play. From the Digs. This song is called Green Line. It is off the album Manic, one of my favorites from back in the early days of the Get Punk Record Club. So until next week, take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you then.
Well, my buddy calls me up, he says we've got some hell to raise. Said I'm down to drink some beer just like the good old days. He says come down to Austin, yes it's sure to be a blast. But fuck taking the beeline, yeah on second thought I'll pass. Cause I can't afford a taxi, I don't have a car to drive. Let my bike get home because I'd like to stay alive. So I don't know if I can make it out to the bar tonight. Cause I'm still underground and I'm waiting for the green line. I've been waiting at St. Mary Street, but I haven't got too far. Last 2 trains were full because they only sent 1 car. And I see the headlights coming like some kind of miracle. But as I try to board, it goes express to Cleveland Circle. Cause I can't afford a taxi, don't have a car to drive. Let my bike get home because I like to stay alive. So I don't know if I cause I'm still underground, and I'm waiting for the green line. Now I love my hometown team as much as anyone could do. Saw the Red Sox win one time, I've surely seen them lose. And I swear I'll just give up on them, I won't even check the score. If one more fucking tourist asks which train takes me to Kenmore, cause I can't afford a taxi, I don't have a car to drive. Let my bike get home because I'd like to stay alive. So I don't know if I can make it out to the bar tonight, cause I'm still underground and I'm waiting for the green line. There's that asshole who won't move when it's front door service only. A loud person on a cell phone, a guy who smells like pee. 15 strollers, a couple stoners, a pack of bros, and then there's me, the asshole at the back who won't stop bitching about the tree. Cause I can't afford a taxi, I don't have a car to drive. Let my bike get home because I'd like to stay alive.